Yeah, that's from, I'm not
That's
sure.
actually frog spit.
Oh yeah?
Yes. What are you doing?
Well, I gotta make sure I'm lined up where we gotta go.
You're gonna go right through those trees.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Once I actually got your three-wheeler started.
What's that?
Once I actually got your three-wheeler
You
started.
did, huh?
Hey.
You did you?
Yep. Trying to catch this moth, but I can't catch it. Moths and butterflies are like the hardest to catch.
Okay, I just don't want you getting in front of this while I'm running it, okay?
Okay, I'll
You need to stay behind me. Just this blade ever came off and get you, you know what I mean? I don't think it's gonna, I hope it doesn't come off, but I don't want it to get you. Well, good evening, guys. Well, sorry this isn't a barn video, but when you have a farm, there is always something that needs doing. In case some of you are wondering why that barn has taken me 2 years just to get to the point I'm at, this is part of it. So all I'm doing, have not done a farm vlog in quite a while. Most of you guys have been tuning in for the barn stuff, but once that barn's over, I gotta have something to talk about, don't I? I mean, don't worry though, there's plenty of hands-on projects we have. Plenty, I'll tell you that, because once the barn's done, I get to start cutting the frame for the house, and that'll be hammer trusses, timber frame. But anyhow, I need another section of pasture. This is the one I started here a couple months ago and have not been able to get back to it since. So figure we'd fight the mosquitoes and the ticks and the brush and try to get this done. Got haying time coming up soon, so I want to get these cows turned in where I want them before, because once I get on the tractor for the year, it's going to be too late. I try not to turn the cows into grass that's gone to seed. They get the pollen and stuff in their eyes, and then they start to water. The flies collect on their eyes. They start getting pink eye, or conjunctivitis, I guess you call it. And so, plus gives me an excuse to be in the back 40 once in a while, which I enjoy it back here. I hunt out here and all that good stuff. I might as well give you a quick swing around with the camera. See what we have here. I know I showed you guys this in an earlier video, but this is all us back here. It goes quite a ways back. And this is all us here, and it's quite a ways to the road, at least a quarter mile to the road from here, if not maybe a little bit more. But into these woods and trees. So it's my own little piece of paradise here, you know. This is where I go to decompress. Kind of important. You gotta have your place. If you guys listen close here and there, you're gonna hear that damn cow. It heard me back here. This time of year they're back here all the time, so they're not close enough to the house most days to really be a pain in the ass, but here we go. You hear that? Do you hear that ungrateful friggin' cow? He's got grass and water and all that good stuff, and just dying to get put in the freezer. Keeps getting lippy with me, I'm telling you. You guys are going to see a video of a freezer full of beef here soon. There. So basically, we're going to go up. I'm going to join my existing fence here. We have a snowmobile trail that runs through here. We let them go through our land. Not the biggest fan of them, but that's all right. So maybe I'll see the three-wheeler back in the distance. Let's see. So we're going from that post right there all the way to the one behind me here. And that took me maybe 20 minutes to clear a path through there. It's probably, it's probably about 75 yards somewhere in there from where I'm sitting to there. No, that's not too bad. Most of it was grass. And then this brush here. I tell you what, if you guys are homesteading it or farming it or whatever you're doing, those brush cutters are worth their weight in gold. Because right now, believe it or not, this stuff over here, that stuff is so thick. I've got an 85 horse tractor with a 6-foot wide brush hog on it. And when I get into stuff like this, it's so thick that brush hog barely knocks it down. So believe it or not, I have an easier time clearing brush with that thing than I do with the big tractor. Cleared all this out here a couple of years ago, and then I've got quite a ways up there I cleared out. I'm thinking what I'm going to do with this, I may hay this in here. The grass has come in pretty darn nice. I may cut more of those bushes, leave the white oaks that are growing, but cut the buckthorn, stuff like that. But yeah, we got one of them right there. One of the future freezer treats. Oh yeah, look at that, eating leaves. Oh boy. Spotted us. Well, that's the little bull, I think. Feel like I'm trying to film Sasquatch. Yeah, that's the little duffer. Yeah, he's about 8 months old. Well, he's 6 or 7 months old, I guess. But, so anyhow, got to get some fence wire now and make the line here. Boy, some of you are going to feel so gypped with this one. You're going to wonder, why isn't he working on the barn? Why is he wasting our time with this? Well, this channel's more than just the barn. Be my best answer. Kinda, I'm into a little bit of everything, you know. And the farm is such a big part of what I do. It's kinda, you know, it's one of those things for me. It's very important. It helps feeds my family, you know. Nice to know where your food comes from. So I love these white fence posts. They if an insulator pops off, they don't ground out. I love these things. I've been getting some really great comments lately. It's appreciated, guys. It helps me out quite a bit, and I really thank you. It's really cool when other people are into what you're doing. Like I said, I know most of you guys tune in looking for the barn videos, but there's going to be a lot of other stuff too. It's a shame you guys aren't here to smell all that fresh cut goldenrod and all that. Boy, it smells good. Now I do kind of space these out kind of far. I go 7 full strides. But what I do is I try to stretch the wire good and tight. I mean, it's not electric fence. You're not trying to use the wire to keep an animal to hold the animal in. You're trying to use the electricity out of it. So for those of you unfamiliar with cow fences, those are the insulators that I like to use on these poles. They work nice, they're bright, so once in a while you will get one to flop off. That's usually because something hit the fence or deer came running through. Now I kind of set my wires high. The reason I do that is it gives the cows a chance to poke their heads under it. It actually keeps my fence line clean. It keeps all the grass from growing up, because grass will short it out if you get too much of it. I know some of you are like, what the hell is this guy doing? Well, there's always a method to my madness. But, like I said, it does not work so well for calves. It's funny how young calves don't seem to feel the electricity in these fences. I like to set it just high enough that if I try to step over it and it acts as a form of birth control, that's just right. You're probably thinking, what kind of sick shit's this guy into? You don't even want to know. Didn't I just mention how nice it was out tonight? Well, I'm sorry guys, I got to cut this one short. That rain is moving in, and if I ruin that camera, I will get deballed by my wife, and I do not feel like getting deballed by my wife. So you guys have a good night. We'll catch you the next time. I'm going to wrap this guy up right now, and then I've got more barn videos to edit. So we'll be bringing you guys up to speed on that here pretty quick. So have a good one. I'll catch you guys next time.